Welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Nitram, I guess is the way you say it. I don't know. It's about the events leading up to the 1996 Port Arthur massacre in Tasmania, and to understand why it happened, right? So it stars Caleb Landry Jones, who I've seen in a lot, Judy Davis. That's all I really recognize at this point, but I'm sure I'll recognize other people. Caleb Landry Jones, he's pretty talented. I think he's got that ability to just like freak you out or make it like him. I think anyway. So, but 7.2 on IMDb, 4,173 minutes long. So, or I'm sorry, 4,000 people rated it, an hour and 51 minutes long. Sorry about the confusion there. I know it's not a weeknight movie, but I'm running out of shorter movies to watch. So I'm going to take a risk and stay up a little bit later tonight and see what this one's about. I am kind of excited, so stick around. I'll give you more information. I'll let you know what I think. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Nitram. We're at the 1 hour, 3 minutes, 6 second mark, so a little over halfway. I almost forgot to check in. But Caleb Landry Jones, again, is phenomenal in this. So he's playing Nitram. I'm not sure why they call him that yet. They've alluded to it, but you don't know yet. But he is a troubled kid who, and it's interesting that they see in the beginning, they show the actual, I believe, Nitram, that was in the burn unit for playing with fireworks. And in the opening scene, he's like, "Are you going to quit playing with fireworks?" He's like, "No." You know, and he was in the hospital. So he's, you know, there's something odd about him. He lived with his parents for a while. He's grown now. You know, I don't know how old, but I'll say in his 20s at least. And you know, doesn't have a job, doesn't have a license or anything like that. Trying to mow lawns, but he has like certain outbursts. Seems very, very strange, unhinged in a sense. So, you know, Caleb Landry Jones plays him pretty well. Now he meets an older woman who happens to be rich that he befriends, and he ends up leaving his parents to go live with her. Not that they're in a relationship, they just seem, I mean, it's platonic, but they're really good friends, and she kind of lives alone with a bunch of dogs and cats, and so he moves in there. But she treats him really well, and, you know, buys him what he wants, that kind of thing. So, but you can see throughout, you know, how people treat him, how he reacts to people treating him. So, you know, it's really setting everything up right now. And I don't want to go into too much more detail, but you can see things starting to build, I would say, in his eyes, and that's it. That's where we are. I don't think I want to share any more at this point, but a lot of development and makes sense, and the acting from him is really good. So, all right, let me get back to it here, see where it goes, and I'll see you at the end. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Nitram. I still have to look that up. I don't understand why. He was nicknamed Nitram in grade school or whatever. But I have to say, I mean, simply for the acting alone, this movie is, I don't want to say a must watch, because it's, you know, it's not a very, it's not a great topic, obviously. You know, I mean, talking about a very tragic event that happens in Tasmania in 1996, which you can read all about. So you know what this is leading up to. Now, it's showing, you know, the evolution of him getting to that stage. And, you know, wasn't right to begin with, but a series of events and different things that happen that pushes him along to where he was. And I didn't know anything about this ahead of time. I like to see, you know, at the end I usually like to see if something based on true story, the words, they're there, they tell you a little bit more about, you know, right after what happens, it ends. And in the beginning is when you actually see him as a little kid, so, you know, it's not something you really want to show at the end, as far as pictures of the real people. But you know, it's hard to rate this movie. I mean, the acting was superb. You know, but it just, you know, it ends, like I said, like in something you really don't want to rate something high. Now, I will share this with you. It's not a spoiler, but it's not visually impacting, I guess. You know what I mean? So there's nothing like that you have to bear watching, but it's just the psychological piece of it. I think that you have to prepare yourself for and what's going to go down. And that's it. I mean, I don't know what else really to say. I mean, you could talk about a lot of different things, like the different events that I'm referring to that have driven Nitram to this point, but I think you got to take it all in yourself and see how Caleb Landry Jones, I said laundry, Landry Jones, you know, makes you understand what really happened to this person, and so that's what I enjoyed the most of this film, if you can't tell. I also find it interesting. This is the blurb at the end that you know, of course, after this, you know, they changed the gun laws, but now more people own guns than they did in 1996 in Australia. So, and I'm not going to get into the whole gun argument. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to review movies, and in this case, I'm not going to review myself. You know what it is. It's a tragic movie, but incredibly well acted, and I think, you know, I mean, not just the acting. I mean, obviously the writing had to be there as well, the direction, you know, the producing, all that kind of stuff. So, pretty well done movie to suck you in, and understand the character and not maybe feel what the character is, but you know, that's it. I don't know. I have other things I kind of want to say. That's why I'm struggling here a little bit, you know. But I will do a little bit more, not much more. But I'm gonna talk a little bit more openly about it. Not go into great detail. Not gonna really spoil the ending for you, but I will talk a little bit more openly. So if you don't want to hear any more, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, you had the opportunity to disconnect. So I'm not gonna. I mean, whatever. You know what the ending is, right? It's not really gonna spoil it. But you think about somebody and some of the things that had happened. You know, the events might be more targeted. Now they were slightly targeted, but you would expect it a little bit more targeted, you know? And I kind of thought of that as I was going throughout the movie was, you know, I don't know the whole story. And so, what was the reason the Port Arthur was chosen, that kind of thing. And, you know, is it targeted, blah, 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 blah. So you would think maybe that's the case, but not so. Not entirely. So that's the one thing I wanted to share. I thought there, you know, as he's going out and these things are happening, and I'm like, okay, the real estate lady, you know, who let the stuff go, the surfer dude, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, but just shows you that you know, when something like this happens or something snaps, it's not, you know, not always logical or methodical or whatever. All right, that's it. Just wanted to throw that out to you. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.